gentlemen, and welcome to Walter T. Rohr Stadium here at the Palisades Athletic Complex. Tonight, we feature a non-league varsity boys soccer match between Plumstead Christian High School and the Pirates of Palisades. It is also senior night here at the Wall. Before we start off with honoring our seniors, we want to acknowledge the seniors from Plumstead Christian. If they would step forward as they're being announced. First up, number 4, Mark Bacher. Number 7, Santiago Torres. Number 10, Micah Culp. Number 11, Andrew Bandina. Number 21, Declan Glass. And number 23, Aiden Price. On behalf of everyone here associated with Palisades High School, congratulations, gentlemen, on a great high school career, and we wish you the best as you move on to your future endeavors. Once again, the seniors from Plumstead Christian High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to honor our seniors from Palisades High School. First up is Mason Bauer of Quakertown. Mason is the son of Lisa and Todd Bauer. Mason attended Springfield Elementary School. He has 3 varsity letters in soccer and is the Springfield 2-time defending dodgeball champion. Mason is also a member of the German Club and Council of Gamers. Mason's future plans are to live in Manchester, England, and watch Manchester United lose every weekend. Once again, Mason Bauer. Next up is Sean Camp of Kinnersville. Sean is being escorted by Tara and Martin Camp. Sean attended Durham Knockovitzen Elementary School. He has 3 varsity letters in soccer. He's the team captain and the Derek Posey Award winner in 2024. Sean also has 4 varsity letters in baseball and is a member of the French Club, French Honor Society, and National Honor Society. Sean's future plans are to move to Miami, learn everything about stocks, buy a business, and club every night. Once again, Sean Camp. Next up is Grayson George of Pipersville. Grayson is the son of Elise and Cy Yarabethuni. Grayson attended Tinicum Elementary School. He has 3 varsity letters in soccer, 4 varsity letters in track and field. Grayson is also a member of the Ski Club, Derby Club, Stand Up to Silence, Key Club, STEM Club, National Honor Society, and FBLA. Grayson's future plans are to attend college, then maybe med school, buy Miami and stocks. Buy stocks and live in Miami and party every night. Once again, Grayson George. Next up is Luke Dorano of Upper Balcony. Luke is the son of Amy and Ken Dorano. He has 3 varsity letters in soccer, 1 varsity letter in basketball, and 2 varsity letters in lacrosse. Luke also is a member of the National Honor Society and a certified rope course instructor. Luke's future plans are to attend college, to study engineering, and to move to Croatia. Once again, Luke Dorano. Next up is Ian Horvath of Springtown. Ian is the son of Michelle and David Horvath and has a huge fan club here tonight. Ian attended Springfield Elementary School. He has 3 varsity letters in soccer and is a member of the French Club. Ian's future plans are to attend college, get a master's degree in finance, play soccer, get married, and die rich. Once again, Ian Horvath. Last but not least, Blake Ogalero of Ottsville. Blake is being escorted by Becky and Michael Ogalero. Blake attended Tinicum Elementary School. He has 4 varsity letters in soccer, was the MVP of the 2024-25 year. 3 varsity letters in basketball and 4 varsity letters in track and field. Blake is also a member of the STEM Club, German Club, National Honor Society, German Honor Society, Yearbook Club, and FBLA. Blake's future plans are to attend college, major in global finance, and minor in sports management. Once again, Blake Ogalero. Gentlemen, on behalf of everyone here at Palisades High School, congratulations on a great 4 years here at the school. We wish you nothing but the best as you move on to your future endeavor. Once again, how about a big round of applause for our senior soccer players? High School. First up, number 0, Henry Smith. Number 1, Mason McGowan. Number 2, Andrew Wilson. Number 4, Mike Backer. Number 7, Santiago Torres. Number 10, Mike Nicole. Number 11, Andrew Bandia. Number 13, Landon Bowles. Number 21, Declan Glass. Number 23, Aiden Price. And number 24, Owen Inkudine. Our officials for tonight's contest. For tonight's contest are Vito Vincenti and Paul Ferrer. right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to meet the Pirates for tonight. Under the direction of head coach Blake Reiner and assistant coach Jeff Harlow, Mike Garanio, and Rob Lucas. Here are your starting lineup for the Pirates of Palisades. First up, senior, number 14, Sean Kipp. Senior, number 7, Grayson George. Senior, number 11, Luke Dorano. Senior, number 10, Blake Odolero. Sophomore, number 20, Nico LeBlanc. Sophomore, number 21, Anderson Lopez. Sophomore, number 18, Adam Shannon. Sophomore, number 4, Austin Ogolero. Senior, number 2, Ian Worth. And in goal for the Pirates tonight is senior Mason Bauer. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask that everyone who can to please rise, remove all hats, as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Palisades High School is site tonight for high school boys soccer action. This is the Panthers from Plumstead Christian. They're a record of 10-4. The Pirates from Palisades with a record of 10-3-1 in league play and 13-3-1 overall. Hi and welcome everyone. Al DiCarlo on PSD TV. I want to thank Brian Gilbert who gets us going each and every time. We'll have 2 senior soccer players joining us in a little bit, and we'll take you through tonight's action as well as we get you guys all ready to go. The 2 head coaches, Johnny Collins, who's got some international, more than some international experience, and Blake Reiner, the youngest coach out there at 20 years old. Blake Ogolero, the striker, 23 goals, 17 assists. Aiden Price, the senior forward, with 16 goals and 8 assists. As far as keys to the games are concerned, for the Pirates, set the tone and pace early, control all levels of the field. And on the other side, for the Panthers, give glory to God and don't be afraid to fail. And take a look at your starting 11 on both sides. And they'll do something different here today as 2 players that are going to be in the booth with me in a moment, Ian Horvath and Luke Garano. They will be out there to get the opening kick. Then they'll stop play for a second, and then they'll bring in the rest of the players. But you take a look at Ogolero, George, Patharuni, Bowen, Ogolero, Camp, Shannon, Ryan, LeBlanc, Lopez, and Bauer is in goal. On the other side, for Plumstead Christian, Massey McEwen, Andrew Wilson, Mark Bacher, Santiago Torres, Micah Culp, Andrew Mendia, Landon Bowles, Declan Glass, Aiden Price, Owen Inkudine, and Henry Smith is in goal. So moments away from the opening kick, and we'll get our guys up here once they start the game and get you all ready for some soccer action. And the way Palisades has been playing lately, they have won 7 in a row. In their last 10 games, they're 9-0-1. That's what you call red hot. And they're putting themselves in a position. Last night during the girls' game, they got a huge victory last night by a score of 3-1 over Saucon Valley, and in the process put them in a better position, not only in the Colonial League, but also as you get closer to districts. Reiner is assisted by Mike Garino, Jeff Harlow, and Rob Alkus. 3-1-1 in the last 5 games against this Plumstead Christian team, and they're coming off a win against Saucon Valley by the score of 7-0. Again, middle of the field. We will see here Ian Horvath and Lucarano. To get ready for this game to get underway here for Plumstead Christian and for Palisades. And that one will be taken out of bounds by Aguilera. And with that, we are now underway. You know, we always talk about soccer, and even talking to their head coach in Johnny Collins. They're coming off a win against Church Farm 3-2. 30 years a pro coach overseas. He's coached in 45 different countries and went to Liberty University. So lots of talent there. As far as his game is concerned, I think we're going to see some scoring in this one. Last night, Palisades got off to a great start. They scored 2 goals in the first 12 minutes, the first goal in 3 minutes in. Again, an early start and a jump start for these two teams would be something that they do want. And as far as Blake Reiner is concerned, he said, we've been playing really well. The beginning part of the year, a little different for us. They didn't play the way they wanted to play, and they changed things. You look at the records, though, 10-4, and I say you can never take a team lightly. I think this is the position that you're put in when it comes to Palisades. They know they want to stay red hot as they move on and get into the postseason and lock their way into the Colonial League playoffs and also into the District 11 playoffs. So we're underway here from Palisades. So glad you could join us here on PSD TV. Al DiCarlo with you for this matchup. They're looking to play that one back, decided not to. Now they play up, taken there by Nico LeBlanc. He'll play that back to Mason Bauer. And this one's always dangerous, and Bauer has to take that one back. Wow. We always talk about aggressiveness when you're the goalkeeper. You got to make sure when you're passing side to side, you're just clearing it. Sometimes you got those offensive minds that change things a little bit. And right now, that could have been a loose one. We saw that yesterday in the girls' game right away. A nice feed and a good through ball. An opportunity here for Palisades on the other side. A great save. Grayson George had a good shot, but boy, Henry Smith made a huge save here in the opening 2 minutes of the game. We could have just saw 1-1 here. Instead, Henry Smith with a big save on Grayson George. Just underway from Palisades High School. Glad you could join us. We will get a throw in here for the Pirates. It's always dangerous, and that one will go up high, and that goes off of the head of Blake Aguilera. You look at George and Aguilera, both with 23 goals. Aguilera with 17 assists. George with 16 assists. Again, when it comes to soccer, you always talk about the 1-0 games, the 2-1 games, the tight games. When you get that goal early, that really changes the dynamics of what the defense is going to do and how the offense is going to play their type of game. We saw that a little bit last night as well. A beautiful night here in Kintnersville. It's starting to cool down and starting to feel more like fall here, and we'll feel it over the next couple days. There's a freeze warning in effect tomorrow night. They'll play this one in, and that one will go out. We'll get a goal kick coming up here for the Pirates. Bauer, the senior, and the goalkeeper. And then we mentioned during senior night, there's seniors for Palisades: Grayson George, Blake Aguilera, Luke Garano, Sean Camp, Mason Bauer, and Ian Horvath. The seniors for Plumstead Christian: Mark Bacher, Santiago Torres, Micah Culp, Andrew Mandia, Declan Glass, and Aiden Price. Play this one to the near side, picked up there by Micah Culp. Culp will send it to the near side across to Mandia. And a good job defensively in knocking that away by the Pirates. Here, Pathruni will keep that one in play. And it goes to the foot of Andrew Wilson. Wilson, a junior defender with 3 goals and 3 assists. And now they try to lift this one behind the defense, but a little bit too far. So 35-48 remaining in the opening half of play. And really in the first 2 minutes is where we saw opportunities. Here's Mandia. And they'll play this one across. A chance here, trying to play over the defense. Mason McEwen did, but a good job of getting up there is Mason Bauer, and he had the defense behind him. Now a through ball. Here come the Pirates. Trying to get through the defense, and Henry Smith is there. Smith only a freshman. As the goalkeeper. Glad you could join us here on PSD TV. Henry Smith made a big save on Grayson George. That was at the 38-20 mark. They'll play this ball in, and a good job of trying to play that one out off the head for Palisades. And a loose ball. And we'll get an offside call here against Plumstead Christian for the Panthers. Taken here by Adam Shannon, and they'll play the far side. And the biggest opportunity that Palisades had in the opening 2 minutes on a blast by Grayson George and the save by Henry Smith. All right, we got our guys settled in. We'll talk to them in a second. Ian Horvath and Luke Garano, both seniors. We're going to throw in here for Palisades. And that one put in a great spot and an opportunity. That one goes off over the crossbar as it went off the head of Blake Aguilera, because there's a chance to join us in with the 2 seniors, Luke Garano and Ian Horvath. Luke, start with you. First of all, guys got a chance, even though you guys are dinged up a little bit, to take the opening kick. What did that mean to you guys a little bit?
Yeah, I really appreciate it because it was pretty sad I couldn't play anyway. And so just being able to tap it off, go out with the team again, just like the rest of the season, I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of it.
To be honest, it meant a lot to me, even though it was a few seconds. I've been playing soccer since I was 5, and I've always loved playing soccer. And, it was a big blow to me to not be able to play this year. I mean, it sucks, but still I get to, be here for my teammates. And that's what matters most to me, is to be here for my teammates and support them, because they've been with me. Luke has been with me for a long time. So to me, it meant a lot, and I really appreciate it. And I got not much else to say about that.
All right, and then now we'll get ready to play soccer and give you an opportunity to actually watch from up here, which the guys last night, when we did the girls' game, you noticed it a heck of a lot different from up here than you noticed it from down there, and you guys will see that as we go through it a little bit. I don't know if you guys, because you guys are walking up, if you saw that chance early by Grayson George. He put one on,
Yes.
and the goalkeeper made a great save.
Yeah, it was a great save by the keeper. Grayson's a great player. I mean, I don't know. You guys can see him right now. He might be on goal here.
Yeah, chance here for George.
And-
And that
oh.
one was just a little bit high. Nice
Close.
cross pass. And they don't get the goal. Instead, we'll get a goal kick coming up. But
Good play.
let's talk here a little bit about the season to this point. You guys had a little stumble there in the middle, whatever it was, but you've won 7 in a row. You're 9-0-1 in the last 10. What's been different about your team here in the last 10 games?
So we switched up formations. So after our Moravian game, we went from this like 4-2-3-1 to a 4-4-2, and that's like the pattern we have on our team. We'll like try something new, and then we'll realize we need to focus on like proper attacking football that we're like used to, which will give us the best help. So that 4-4-2 formation, like it emphasizes attacking the goal, puts 2 attackers up top, and like that's what turned us on, and that's why we're winning all these games.
And you talk about the 4-4-2. When did you guys make that change? How long ago? Midway through the season or earlier than that?
We made the switch midway through the season because while at the Moravian game, we were 3-0 down, and our I don't remember if it was our coach Mike or if it was head coach Blake Reiner, but one of them made the decisive decision to try putting Grayson George and Blake Ogalero at top just to kind of switch it up, see if we can get something going. And over the course of 20 minutes, then the next thing we knew it was 3-3. And ever since then, we've stuck with it. I mean, as you can see by record and whatnot, it's gone really well. I mean, because we switched it up the way we have, we've made a lot of decisive plays. I mean, we have a very young group, but we have some absolute studs on our team. And I think that's what's really helped us carry us through this win streak. And I think that throughout leagues and districts, we'll be going in as probably one of the top best teams because we've been playing really good. So
30 minutes left here in the opening half, 10 minutes into the game, and pretty easy. I mean, you guys said you score 3 goals after being down 3-0. Sometimes when you change your defense, you don't usually see that quick of a turnaround. But being that, I guess coaches say, all right, we're going to stick with the 4-4-2 here, because it looks like it's going to work pretty well.
It works really well. I mean, it's a sound strategy, and most high school teams will normally stick like that. I know Northwestern plays 4-2-3-1 because they're a good team they can possess. But I find that with us at a 4-4-2, we're able to manage our games a lot more because our players are so skilled and we're able to just possess the ball.
Well, good opportunity here if they can get through the defense. They don't, and they should get a corner kick here. So 11 minutes in, no score in this one. There was 2 chances early on in the first 2 minutes of the game. There was you're trying to go for a ball on Mason Bauer, and next thing you know, there was almost a chance there to pop one in. And then 25 seconds later or so, that's when the shot was taken by Grayson George. And instead here we'll get a corner kick, and it'll come from the near side. From the far side for the Pirates. One of these corners, you put that where it's got to be in that box and give yourself an opportunity for a deflection or a ricochet.
Sebastian Bowen.
Top of the box.
Good chance.
Close chance there.
So I watch you guys up here, and it's funny because when you're sitting on the bench or you're hanging out and you're like just cheering for your guys like that, and then when you're up here, you jump a little bit further out. People at home are like, oh, they got it. This is the second day in a row. I'll say this to Brian Gilbert. My chair has gone to the ground. I just went from 5'10" to about 4'2".
Oh yeah.
What is going on here? All right, I'll keep that one. See, no one at home cares. So, what is he talking about?
Yeah. Gotta get new chairs for this then.
Yeah, but you guys aren't much taller than me. Next thing I know, I look like a little Smurf down there.
Yeah.
Well, back to action here between these two teams. Plumstead Christian coming in with a record of 10-4. One thing I mentioned, and you guys probably are not aware of this because I wasn't aware of this. First, trying to get a through ball here and knocking that one.
Good opportunity.
There is the coach for Plumstead Christian. His name is Johnny Collins. Talking about experience. He's had 30 years of professional coaching experience overseas, 45 different countries he's coached in, which is pretty impressive. He graduated from Liberty University. Here will be a a throw-in here for Palisades. And then we'll talk about your coach after this throw-in by Sean Camp. Camp was up here yesterday. And a good throw-in.
Great throw.
And a header.
All deflected out.
Camp will get it right back and
Maybe
give him an
get the
opportunity to
ball
try
in.
to play one in.
Inside.
He
Good
does.
ball.
Has a couple players in there. Oh, and another amazing save by
Great
Henry
save.
Smith.
Great save.
Good save.
Wow.
That's well done by him.
Take us through that last play. Ian.
I mean, we worked in up at the middle. Then the Plumstead Christian gets it back to our goalkeeper, Mason Bowery has a good punt, and it worked out.
Oh, here's a chance on the other way.
Goalie's out of the.
Yep. That's
That's-
dangerous and just misses wide was Mason McCoy.
Very, very crazy opportunity there for Plumstead Christian. But yeah, that play worked up. Grayson George, normally not what he usually does, goes up for a header. A little surprising, but wins the header, gets a ball through. Plumstead Christian's all over it. They cover it well, get it out of bounds. Sean Camp comes in, takes the throw in, hucks it in the box. A great throw. Just couldn't get to it. Then he gets it back, gets a good ball in. Great header by Blake to get over the defender. That's always hard to do, especially when you have tall players like Plumstead Christian's back four, back three. So it's a great start. I mean, just got to try and see if we can finish our chances and get a little more pressure on this keeper. But doing good.
We'll see right now. I mean, again, scoring early, I always say is key, but that being said, tempo and consistency and making sure, you're playing the ball where it's got to be, it's so it defines soccer, right? It tells you as players, and you guys said you get playing for so young when you've been playing together, where the other person is. And that's such a big advantage when other teams don't have those type of players.
Yeah, of course. My dad, growing up, he coached me. He always told me soccer is a possession-based game. So, and he said, as you get older, you'll realize it.
Just touched too far out.
Yeah.
Ball rolled out.
Good chance there. But of course, I mean, soccer is just a possession-based game. If you can possess the ball, you're bound to win the game. Most time, it's a statistic that most times if you have more possession than the other team, then you're most likely to win the game. So, I mean, let's see if Palisades can keep possession, then we don't really have to worry about much.
25 minutes remaining, opening half, no score. Glad you could join us. Al DiCarlo, Ian Horvath, and Luke Garano, both seniors. And we're talking about Blake, taking over. So here's Blake, who, when we started this in 2018 and the live streams, and, all of a sudden here comes Blake. He's the goalkeeper, in 2022. And next thing you know, 2024, he's the head coach.
Yes.
So you guys see Blake, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, you're the head coach? How'd that go? And how much did it help you guys? Here's a good play-in.
Good opportunity.
How much did it help you guys, first of all, knowing who he was, because he was your teammate, right? He was part of the team, but he was also at your level. When I mean by that, younger. And how did you guys express that? Sometimes for a coach it's hard. You're not
of course.
That old, and all of a sudden you're coaching the guys that you played with.
Yeah. I mean, Luke, do you want to take this
Go
one?
ahead.
I mean, so I never knew Blake as a teammate because I moved to Palisades High School my sophomore year. So, I always called him Coach Blake, but everyone else called him Blake. And so, I just had that coach respect for him. Everyone was still transitioning over to their teammates. But you could definitely see he was super eager to get out to coach his way.
Oh, yeah.
And, we could tell – the drills he wanted us to do, the amount of conditioning, and it was never. He also was lighter on us because he just thought he was just playing, so he knew some of our dislikes throughout the season, what we're gonna be annoyed about and such. And so far, he's performed great. We've had 2 winning seasons. Last year we doubled our wins from the year before that. And I love his coaching style. I like how, he's a young guy, but he's also very class, if you will. He doesn't tolerate any profanity, any, joking around. He's all for having fun, but he's good.
Well, and I'll get Ian's thoughts in a second, but, I also know he's young when he says Mr. DiCarlo to me and not Al.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so then I'm like, wait, I feel even older. Here's a throw in.
It's a great
And
throw.
they'll play this one to
Play back.
Aguilera, and he'll play that one back out.
Play that back one out to Sean.
Good
What
chance
a
here.
strike.
Big shot.
Well done. It's a good strike. Good
Yep.
strike.
Good opportunity. Okay, your thoughts. Yeah.
I mean, I've known Blake for a while. I met him back in my 8th grade year. I didn't really play middle school, but I met him in 8th grade for the first time. I don't know if he even remembers it, but coming in my freshman year, I wasn't, being a freshman and whatnot, I wasn't very well liked by all the seniors, but I always could have a conversation with Blake, and it was nice to just be able to have that kind of that leadership in there because no one else really knew it.
Play in, header.
Oh, good save.
Wow.
By the keeper.
Wonderful
Tell you what,
save.
I'm going to say that was Aguilera on the shot, but this kid, Henry Smith, he's only a freshman.
Really?
That's
oh,
through
wow.
three amazing saves he's had. Wow.
It's well done. Very well done.
And we'll get a corner, and then we'll get back to your thoughts here a little bit. Wow. I don't know which save was bigger than the other one.
I have to say, I think that one was definitely the biggest one so far because that was a great cross and a great header in.
This went down low to
Not
try
the
to
greatest. The ball's loose
backheel
in
it.
the box.
Austin Aguilera on the pressure, on his back. Good pressure.
see if they can get it across. They do not. And it picked up there and moved around by Nico LeBlanc. They'll play it back. And again, you can continue.
Well defended by Plumstead Christian on that corner.
So 20 minutes. We are at the halfway point of the first half. A good through ball. And the shot, that one goes high.
Close, very close. It's a good shot, good take.
Great crowd on hand, for this game as well. I know when we were here last week for the field hockey game, I don't know if you guys were here or not, but they played Plumstead Christian, and Plumstead Christian's fans, they brought, 70 kids at least.
Oh, wow.
And they were loud, and it was definitely a good game.
Yeah, I wasn't. I don't think Luke and I were in attendance for that, but I have to say that when you are in high school sports and whatnot, I mean, it's always really nice to have a crowd. There's nothing like it, especially here at Palisades. I mean, the people are really kind. They're special people, parents, friends. It's always nice to have a crowd, and I think that with a crowd, I've always found that it's more interesting because. Me personally, I like when I hear parents talking and whatnot. It makes me it gets me a little excited to keep playing a game and be a little more aggressive. So
right now, this is maybe the longest possession for either team as Palisades is settling in here a little bit. A lot of contact there.
yeah.
So guys, talk about they'll play this one in right away and see if they can get an advantage here. And there's a shot and a good job defensively. As Grace and George try to put one there. Talk about when it comes to defending the ball or drop it. First of all, position wise, guys. So people at home know, they probably know. But what position do you guys play?
So I started on left back. I can say I never liked left back. I know I had a rule and I had to play my best, but coach could definitely tell I needed to play somewhere else, and he put me back at the right mid on left. So that's like the winger. That's where I belong. That's my home. And I started to show some brilliance, started to play some really good games until my unfortunate injury.
I mean, yeah. Growing up, I played striker I played at Quakertown, and then I got bounced around in positions. But then as soon as I got into my sophomore year of high school, and I started playing winger. Then I got moved to center mid or CDM. And then ever since then, junior year, I've been playing winger for club in high school. And I have to say, I've always said this. I think winger is probably one of the easiest positions in soccer, but a lot of people would probably disagree with me.
And do you guys want to looking to play? Do you guys play other sports here?
I do not. I grew up trying to play other sports, but never was really getting at them. Then I just decided to stick with soccer. But what about you, Luke?
Well, I play basketball for Palisades, and I didn't think I would. So I moved to school, and I wasn't going to be able to play lacrosse here. So I decided to pick up basketball, and it turned out I really like basketball. I met a lot of friends because of the
That's
team,
great.
and so I'm sticking with it the rest of my years. And then, fortunate enough, Palisades has partnered with a neighboring school, Saucon Valley, and allowed me to play lacrosse there.
Okay. So good opportunities for both of you as you move forward. 16 minutes, 30 seconds in this first half. No score, but there's been some shots that for sure that, Henry Smith has been the guy, I guess, to say. When you're only a freshman, you're making saves like that, keeping your team right in the mix. I mean, this could easily be 3-0, could be 3-1. There was a chance early on in the game. But, this is probably the most that the ball has been on this side in the first 25 minutes or so.
Yeah.
As Plumstead Christian tries to control, but the defense for Palisades, they've been on par, the entire time.
Very strong defense. We've always had a strong defense at Palisades. I remember my sophomore year, we weren't great, but it was our defense that won us games. But here at Palisades, our coaches are very big on our defense. I'll say that.
Galera try to play that one across. No one there. And we'll get a throw in here for the Panthers. So how about you guys going back to back with the Panthers? You played Saucon Valley yesterday.
Yeah.
The Panthers, Plumstead Christian tonight.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. I love. I have to admit, I think probably one of the games I always have looked forward to was Saucon Valley. My mom taught at Saucon Valley High School, and I remember going to games for Saucon Valley and their soccer team back in 2018, 2016 when their team was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember there was one time, I believe it might have been Saucon Valley senior night. We played them, and I remember being there. And I don't remember if we won. I don't think we did. I think it was a blowout. But I remember that I was gonna one day be able to play Saucon Valley, and I think they've always been the team that I've always looked forward to playing the most. But
yeah, I always say those rivalries in any sport, whatever it is, when it comes to school rivalries against other teams, it gets you up that much more.
Oh yeah,
it really, what's coming. You're like, okay, doesn't matter if it's a playoff game because it becomes a playoff game because it's like, all right, well, you guys beat us last year, we beat you this year, let's or whatever it is, but. You got to love rivalries in sports, and it just keeps everything going and things moving along.
Oh yeah, I have to say, there's rivalry games are always my favorite, especially here at Palisades because I remember last night we played them we beat them 7-0, and I always have to say that there's nothing better than a rival game.
So under 14 to play here in the opening half, no score. Glad you could join us here on PST TV to try to play this one in. 3 players back defensively. Give it an opportunity for Plumstead Christian to have a little more space here moving forward. They have yet to get a real good shot off, and here comes the defense.
Well done.
Good job moving out across.
Well defended. Yeah, I'd have to say it's pretty evenly matched. I mean, Plumstead Christian's been on us this whole game. Their defense has been on us this whole game. So is our defense. We've been defensively good. We've kept a little more possession than they have. Seems like Plumstead Christian likes going for the long ball, and we defended it well. We just have to remember that they're definitely a physical team, but win the 50-50s and win the game.
Luke, can you compare them to any team you've seen in the Colonial League? I mean, do they play the same kind of way? It was a shot taken there in the face, accidental anyway. One of the Plumstead Christian players, I believe it was Andrew Mendia. He took a shot there. He went.
I believe he might have gotten hit in the face by number 4 Austin Galera by accident. I think he was trying to lift his arm up, and I think he got elbowed in the face.
Luke, we'll get your thoughts in a second. Let's watch this corner kick here with 12 minutes and 30 seconds. First corner kick of the game for the Panthers.
Good corner.
This one played to the far side, and it'll be a goal kick coming up. Go ahead, Luke.
So we play. The first team that I thought played really fast pace, kick and run a little bit was Wilson. They really like prioritized attacking the goal, and their attackers. He's like known to be the fastest kid in our league, and so their plan was to pass it to him, and he would run by us. Fortunate enough, we won, but it's similar between these Plumstead Christian and Wilson, how they're just looking to get their attackers up, play them through, play them the ball, and then get like a one-on-one goal or something along that matter.
11:24 on the clock. Every team plays differently, and every coach has different styles, right? And then, I asked Coach Ryan this question. I said, what concerns you with them? And he said, they have those long passes, but a lot of coaches always say, we concern ourselves too. We need to play our kind of game, and then things will take care of itself. And I think the way Palisades has been playing, I mean, the record speaks for itself: 10-3-1, 13-3-1, 7 straight wins, 9-1 in the last 10. I mean, if you're peaking at the right time, it's now, right? You're sitting there in a position. It's your last game of the regular season. You get ready for the Colonial League playoffs to get underway next week, and you put yourself to be
Great
the best
ball.
team there.
Great
Nice
ball,
ball
man.
and the
Nah,
corner
good
shot.
Aw.
Good header. It was a
Good
great ball
attempt.
by Austin Aguilera. Brother to brother. Nothing better than that.
Yeah, they kind of know each other, right? That we were talking about,
Yeah.
when you're growing up and you're playing. When you're playing with your kid,
It's
your
great.
kid brother, you're like, put it on my head here to make
It's
sure I
great.
get shots.
It's great. It's great connection. Especially in high school. Whenever you have like a team that's of kids that have grown up together. I mean, I know here at Palisades, all of our sophomores grew up playing together at middle school. They're all close friends, and then same with our senior year. Seniors, we've all kind of grown up together. So I've always said that when you have a connection between players in a team, there's nothing that can beat you. So, I mean, I think that so far we've been our connection. We haven't been connecting as much as we should be, but I'd have to say that we've definitely had some great chances on that. But yeah.
Yeah, I think our key today for this game would be possessing. A couple minutes ago we had that long possession, and we showed, control of the game, control of the pace, and then we found an attacking opportunity. They're going to try to play attacking quick, but I think all of our real chances will come from controlling the ball in each level of the field and then finding the perfect pass, the perfect shot.
Yeah, I agree. We're a very possession-based team. Our coach has cracked down on that since about junior year now. He's had us do more possession drills and shooting drills, but I have to say that it's probably made us the team that we are now. And I have to say that Plumstead Christian's done a well done defending the possession, but I'd say that if we can keep our possession and play around them, we can definitely win this game.
Well, right now, another opportunity here for Plumstead Christian as they'll go to the corner. We're under 10 to play at 8:40, and they'll get their second corner kick of the night. And they'll try to pack it in as they'll run it in and put themselves. They try to get to the outside, and they'll play it back. This will be a good playing ball, and they just
well done. Just got to press our team up now.
Yep, still sitting in there. That's always dangerous when it sits there. It gives them another
clear.
opportunity.
Yeah. Just got to clear it.
Good
Even if you
defending
go
by
long.
Sean.
Well done.
Good find.
Now you decide if you want to come
Just get our
near
numbers up.
side. Yeah, you got 4-on-3
Well
coming
done.
the other
What
way.
a ball. What a ball.
Sean, the center back, coming up field.
If you can
He's
get in the
looking for
box,
it.
you can go for the box there. Cut it back, Blake. Well done. Well done.
Makes a nice move, and
Well
they'll take a
done.
shot. That one
Sean
goes.
tries the chip. I overheard Coach Jeff Harlow telling Sean to come up high because Sean has one of the cleanest power shots on the team.
You heard that from up here.
No,
all right.
warming
From down
up,
there. From
I
down
heard
there.
him telling him.
I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's Sean's got a strike on him.
Does.
7 minutes and 30 seconds left in the opening half. No score. Glad you could join us here on PSD TV. Al DiCarlo, Ian Horvath, Luke Garano, both seniors. They're nursing injuries, so they jumped on the field for the opening kick. Now they're up in the booth with me, and I'm sure they're enjoying it from here. I talked to the guys yesterday that were up here as well, and, you when coaches say, guys, you have so much space moving out, you guys got a lot of room there, and you're like, nah, coach, I was crunched up, I couldn't. When you're looking from up here, you see how much space you actually really do have.
Yeah, it's always that's why I think film is such a key thing in soccer. You get film, you can see what you're doing wrong and doing right, and I think that's a great thing that's come from sports and whatnot and sports technology. So,
are you guys looking to play at the collegiate level, or are you looking to play some maybe club ball at the collegiate level, or just after senior year here you're kind of done?
Me personally, I oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous there.
Bad day to get a card for Blake Ogle.
Yeah,
Just a yellow. We'll be back.
that deserves a card there.
Yeah, it kind of went up. Just trying to make a play, but you can't get up that high on that one.
Fortunately, he has some hops.
Very dangerous there. I don't know what he was thinking there, but
6:17 on the clock is when the yellow card comes out.
Oh, back to what you had previously asked. Me personally, I play semi-pro team at UPSL level at Prime in the Lehigh Valley, Bethlehem area. I've only been playing there for 2 years. I hope to, in the summer and maybe late spring, get back to action with them. I'd like to play soccer at Moravian University. They're a great school. I went to an ID camp. That's actually where I got injured in late August. I had a kid fall on my knee, but I've been talking to him a little bit since then. But I was asked if I wanted a red shirt and whatnot, but I'm not sure just to yet.
That's great. How about you, Luke?
I mean, it's in my nature to continue playing sports for the rest of my life. It's really what I do. I don't really do much except play soccer or whatever I'm playing, and then
nice
go to
flick.
school.
This is dangerous. It gets behind it. No, go ahead. Sorry.
But I would love to play collegiate lacrosse, if anything, but I would totally take soccer as the next option. I love soccer. It's definitely grown on me a lot since moving here. And I'm going to prioritize, studying for my education, but I would love to, and I most likely will play a club sport or even try to get on to a team, even if it's D3, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, great. 5:21 o'clock, 0-0. Man, not saying it's getting a little feisty, but it's changed a little bit, has it not?
Yeah. I'd have to say that the momentum has definitely shifted. It was kind of 50-50. Now it's starting to go Palisades' way, but now Plumstead Christian's starting to fight back a little bit. I definitely think that if we can just defend the long ball from Faith Christian.
Ball through. Is he going to get to it?
No.
And the goalie.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, Sean Camp, he's in that one. Good 50 yards.
Big kick on Sean Camp.
Big kick, big throw, long throw specialist.
I definitely say that he's probably the wall of our defense.
Mm-hmm. Paired with Caden Ryan, also known as Billy.
Great player.
Amazing player.
That was a tough one there.
Yeah. A little risky on that, but I have to say that our team does not mind taking a risk from now and then.
And they picked up here by
Good
George. George will try to feed this one through.
Well defended. Get a ball in.
Back to Palisades, looking for a power
Good
shot.
Good opportunity.
And
Luke's going a little play-by-play on me. He's excited over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take off the mic. I'm going to let you go. That's all right. Yeah. I like that every now and then.
I have this. I don't know about you, Luke, but I got my heart thumping right now.
I know. I'm into it.
I'm a little stressed because I want our boys to win, especially against this team.
And I was going to say, how tough is it? I mean, you guys down there, you guys aren't playing. You're on the bench is one thing. Now you're commentating with your teammates on there, and you're like, oh, well, that's where I usually play, and that's what we got to do, and we have a win here. I mean, you guys are while you're watching this, you're actually knowing exactly what they're going anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys know all the formations as well.
Yeah. I definitely say that playing high school soccer definitely gets some knowledge installed to you, and good ball away. Yeah, I'd have to say that soccer's probably is a very strategic game, so I'd say there's a lot that goes into it. But if you can remember it and just it's all good. Good possession here by Plumstead Christian. Beats his man. Good shot. Good shot. Just a little wide. I'd have to say the build-up was good on that play there by Plumstead Christian. Kick. Made it to 50. Plumstead Christian in her position. Grayson George just won the ball. Now we're on the attack.
Finding a
Good ball through.
Through ball.
Good. Well defended. Well defended by Plumstead Christian. Plumstead Christian with the ball.
Unfortunate out of bounds.
We have minute 56 remaining on the clock.
Each team's looking for a quick goal to close out the half.
Whoever scores first is definitely going to keep our momentum. Possible foul there. Ref's not giving it. Oh, now he gives it. Now he gives it, I think.
Nope.
Or no. Throw in.
Going
Palisades with the ball at the 35-yard line. Adam Schafter with the ball. Now ball through to Sebastian Bowen. Kicks up off his heel. Plays through to Grayson George. Unfortunate. Grayson was not ready for it. Rolled back to the keeper. Unfortunate.
So 1 minute and 20 seconds left. We'll get you back on to see the view via the camera. Right now you've been looking at the schedule.
50-50 ball won by Cade. Back to Anderson Lopez on the sideline. Well defended by Plumstead Christian. They get the ball.
Guys, if you evaluate the first half at this point, there's a minute left. Would you call it even or maybe a little more advantage, 70-30 Palisades? Where would you call it at that point?
If I'm going to be honest, I would say it's more 65-35 because we've done a little more dribbling than we have possessing. And I think maybe it's just because of the stress. It's senior night. You want to win. There's a good team, But I have to say, Plumstead Christian's given the ball away a lot. I mean, they just gave a ball away just now on the long ball. They've gone long ball every single time they've gotten it at the 50, 40, 45. But because they defended us well, they have been able to keep possession. But I definitely say we've had a little more possession on our side.
Now, final 17 seconds of the first half. Got the camera back up there as well. And again, 3 huge chances for Palisades and 3 big saves from Henry Smith. That's really been the difference. Has been the goalkeeping of Plumstead Christian. It could be 3-0. The horn sounds. 1 half is in the books. We'll be back with more action on PST TV. You're watching Plumstead Christian and the Palisades Pirates. We are back here at Palisades High School at the half 0-0. Getting through the scoring, there has not been any, but Henry Smith made 3 big saves, 2 on Grayson George, and 2 on Blake Ogalero as well. While we have a moment here, take a look at the schedules for these two teams. And you see last game for Palisades, they get ready for the Colonial League and the District 11 tournament upcoming. Plumstead Christian still has a couple games remaining. As far as the Colonial League standings to this point, right now it's Northwestern, Southern Lehigh, Moravian Academy, and Palisades sitting at that 4th spot. They'll get 8 teams this year into the mix because of the addition of Jim Thorpe and Lee Heighton in there. So they'll go with 8 teams this year as they make their way in. And you look at District 1 and Plumstead Christian sitting there at the 3 spot for them. And then in districts right now, Northwestern Palisades is sitting at number 2. Pine Grove, Moravian Academy, Central Catholic, Notre Dame, and Shenandoah Valley are your 2A schools as we get a little bit closer to, playoffs, which start underway next week. And with that, we are back underway here. And no score. Now it'll be Plumstead Christian going from left to right, Palisades going from right to left. Our guys are back in the booth, and Ian Horvath and Luke Carano, as they settle back in. Just underway here. Glad you could join us here on PSD TV. Luke, your thoughts of the first half of play?
Yeah, I just really think they need to possess the ball. They're both gonna rush to get a goal quick, just like they're rushing at the end of the half. Whoever gets this next goal really is gonna decide the game. But, they're both going to fight till the end.
Yeah, so, we always talk about that first goal, but then the second goal means the one, right? Because it changes kind of how everything goes. Also, here in the first 3 minutes, here's a, free kick from way outside. But you don't want to give up a goal in the first 3 minutes of the half, and, the last 3 minutes of the first half, which didn't happen. And we'll see how teams operated, and the coaches started, talking to your team a little bit and, saying things at halftime. Take us through, Ian, a little bit what maybe Coach Reiner, what he said to your team.
If I know Blake Reiner as well as I do, I think he definitely told us to calm down. We've had possession, but it's nowhere near what we normally are. I think probably from our last 4 games, we've had at least 80% percentage every game. And right now, it's just I can tell we're just rushing it. And I can tell because we want to win senior night and everything. But I think Blake definitely told us to, first of all, calm down, get the ball at our feet, possess it, take care of the long ball because they do long every time. And as long as we can do that, then we can start working towards the goal because so far they've had our number on defense. So we got to be.
This one taken away, and there's a shot, and good job by Bauer, but gives him another opportunity.
Well defended by Sean.
And that one will go out.
Well defended. Well defended. But no, I think Blake definitely just told us to calm down, get our possession. Once we get our possession, then we can start working it up. And I think he definitely noticed they've changed to a 3-back, and they've had either one of their outside backs go high. So they're definitely playing a 4-4-2, but they're letting one of their outside backs get a little high, and it's kind of been killing us a little bit. But I think he's definitely noticed that and taken it into consideration. But
how does a non-league game in just 3 minutes into the second half, how does a non-league game like this at the end, you're coming off a big win against Saucon Valley, you get a non-league game with a team that, as you said, that you may see down the road, you mentioned Moravian Academy, that really, kicks the ball far and goes that kind of play. How does that help you getting ready for the league tournament and the district tournament? I
have to admit, playing private schools like this and non-league teams, it definitely gets you ready. It actually, in my opinion, it gets you kind of pumped up because Palisades and Moravian never gotten along well in any of our sports, and especially in soccer. When you get to play another private school, where sometimes they recruit players, or they're just private
Travella
schools.
through ball, and it's offsides.
Close call on that.
Very close.
But I think getting to play the private schools before you get into districts and whatnot, it's a challenge, but it certainly gets your mind right. It wants you to, go far in districts and whatnot. What do you think about that, Luke?
Yeah, I feel like this game is just what we needed. Um, we have younger guys coming in a lot more at this point in the season, and they needed this game, this challenge to build them up, build their confidence. If we're just playing teams that we're gonna beat by a lot of points, we're not really helping each other. It's not really helping us, preparing us for a team that's going to push our limits.
All right. 5 minutes in here to the second half. That one played across by Adam
Not
Shannon.
not the best ball, but definitely gets us to switch to play. Opens up the midfield now.
Yeah,
Now we just gotta try and get it off our foot.
Yeah, instead it's coming the other way again. But
Yeah.
Defensively, I think you guys said it before. Sean Camp has been busy back there, and he's making sure that nothing's getting past him on the far side. So 5 minutes in, and in a game with no score, there was a couple of big chances for Palisades in the first half, but this freshman in Henry Smith made 3 unbelievable saves to keep the game scoreless. In the opening minute of the game, Plumstead Christian almost had a chance to score.
Great
And
ball.
here a pass
Great ball through.
across, and here's Ogulero. Ogulero has it on his foot, makes a nice move across, and I'll take a shot.
Oh,
And
great save.
that will be
save.
a corner kick. Oh, yes, it will be a corner kick, I
No,
believe. Or
Grayson
did he touch it at the last
Grayson
second?
last second touched it. Unfortunate. Unlucky.
I keep talking about Henry Smith. Henry Smith has been the difference without question. You're talking about a 3-0 game. Just he's been there each and every time Palisades has made a strike. He's been there to stuff it away.
Yeah, I don't think that that was not going out. I think that was going in all day, and that's just honestly a world-class save by him.
So the Pirates will try to regain possession here. Again, this game has been, for the most part, back and forth, but Palisades definitely had the advantage when it comes to opportunities. They've had more chances at the net. There's only been, I believe, 2 corner kicks for Plumstead Christian tonight, and they put it where it has to be, but there was no threat on some playing balls. As far as the Pirates are concerned,
Might have been if that's
the player goes down, and this should be a goal kick.
should be.
I'm not sure who went down there.
Caden Ryan down on the.
It looks like he's okay.
I'm surprised that was not called a foul there. I think he got his heel clipped there.
Little brilliance by Anderson.
Oh yeah, great ball through. Can we get the ball to Cade? Nah, unfortunate. Good defending. Good defending by Plumstead Christian. The Plumstead Christian, I've noticed, have like to leave their outside open, and if we can just get our ball out there like we are about to right now, we'll be on the attack.
When you look at your record so far this year, you have the, one tie. Sometimes those ties, in a game like this, see how it is. You want to get prepared for league play. You want to go in on a winning note, or if it's tied, it's a different story. It's the same thing. But you want to see if you come up with a win and not a loss. But either way, you guys will get ready for the Colonial League playoffs, which will get underway next week, and go from there. With the Colonial League Championship set for not this Saturday, but next Saturday, with the doubleheader with the boys and the girls. This year, the boys will go first, and the girls will go second in that Colonial League Championship. But as far as this game is concerned, opportunities have been there for the Pirates.
Pushing the back there.
And relatively, you talk about this game, it's been played pretty clean. For the most part, we saw maybe a little pushing and shoving at the latter part of the first half, but for the most part, they've been playing. They've just been going back and forth and doing a good job of just keeping the ball, where it has to be, and nothing really rough.
Yeah. Plumstead Christian is a very physical team. I remember our coach talking about that going in this game, and we knew it. Just got to take care of it, and we just let them push around, possess around them, make them angry, get the foul, take it over. Oh,
I think you would want that one back.
No.
An opportunity here and a shot. That one almost a giveaway there by Nico LeBlanc. Trying to play it back. I think right when he looked to play it back, didn't realize that there was a player standing right there.
No, I don't believe he did.
So 9 minutes into the second half. Still a scoreless game between Palisades and Plumstead Christian.
Looking to play long. Sean taking the 6 kick, which isn't a usual thing for us.
Yeah. Normally we like to go short, and we like to possess. I know we're talking a lot about the boys game, but I wanted to get your thoughts about this. What did you guys think about the girls game last night against Saucon Valley for senior night? Because I had to say that was a well played game, and I say definitely a little more interesting than tonight's game. But I definitely say that it was a great game. But I wanted to know what you guys think about that.
That was a good play-in ball. We'll get to that in 1 second and see on this possession here. Taken by George. Plays that one across.
Good ball across. Good possession.
Oh,
Good possession by Palisades.
Doing that game last night, interesting when it comes to, Palisades getting on the scoreboard and, putting the ball. I always say, if you put the ball,
Oh, what a shot.
That's a
And
chance.
it's what a goal.
Wow.
What a goal by Caden Miller.
I was just going to say, you get shots when you don't expect them. And right there.
he's done it. Looking for the first shot. Caden with an amazing left foot shot. He is left foot. Finds the back of the net. Chips the keeper.
All right, take us through that goal. That was a big one.
I think Lucia could take this one.
So Caden decided he wanted to push up with the attack. He understands the gravity of the game, and he came up. The Grayson tried for the cross, right? That play fizzled out. The ball was fought back onto Caden's foot. Far out shot, possibly 40 yards. Just little too high for the keeper to get. Sunk it back of the net.
You don't get shots like that a lot, do you, Luke?
Not too often. In high school ball, you'll see them though. They happen.
Oh, yeah. I have to admit, there's nothing better than being a sophomore and then getting to take a shot on after a game's we're tied. I mean, we're almost halfway through it now, and I bet Caden's ecstatic right now because that was a very enthusiastic shot. Well taken, well struck.
Yeah, it's only the second goal of the season for Caden Ryan. You look at him and, that positioning. You had asked me about the girls, playing, and what I was about to say was, the ball early in the game, 3 minutes in, just goes into the goalkeeper. And you always say, that garbage goal, put yourself in position. And there's all of a sudden the ball goes off the hands and you score a goal right away.
Yeah.
That really gets you jump-started as a team because you're not expecting anything like that. And that's what happened to Palisades. They weren't expecting that to happen. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, it kind of almost happens again.
Yeah.
A loose ball off the goalkeeper. And then, you realize at that point, hey, despite their record, despite what they're doing, if we could put the ball on net against this goalkeeper, she's not saving it; she's smacking it down. And when you smack it down, there's always the opportunity to get goals, and they did. And
I agree. And I think
Said with speed.
I think a big thing about the girls team is we have a lot of players on our girls team that are an aggressive team. They like to push around, they like to possess, and they're a good team. And I think that's definitely what helped us yesterday. But like tonight, I'd say it was on the defense for the girls team yesterday. In fact, shout out to Gabrielle Rader, Izzy Carson. Great game yesterday. And then I think tonight what's definitely helped us is our defense because we've had some mistakes, but our defense has been there to clear it out, take it over, And I think that's the biggest part of games is just like in football, defense wins games.
That's a chance. Off
the crossbar.
Anderson Lopez delivered that perfectly.
He's
shot by Grayson George.
Even the defense, giving us the goal, it's really just been the defense's show tonight, and we're thankful for them.
So look at that shot by Caden Ryan, moments ago. We're talking about 35 yards out, whatever it was, and he just put it where it had to be. We've been talking about Henry Smith, and when you're shooting from that far out, sometimes your angle is a little bit different. You're not first of all, a lot of times you're not expecting a shot to come out from that far, and you got to play it in. And he found the back of the net. And again, as we continue to talk,
ball through Lucas Carson.
The first goal that scored kind of changes the dynamics of a game, right?
Yeah.
There's still 27 minutes left in the game, but you got to decide as a team, depending on if it stays 1-0. If it stays 1-0 to the 10-minute mark, 8-minute mark, you got to decide as a coaching staff is when do we start pushing up forward? Because it doesn't matter at that point if you lose 2-0 or 3-0. You're trying to tie the score. We're not there yet by any means, but right now what you saw after that goal is Palisades is really taking over the game. I think that just ignited them a little bit here.
It's momentum. It's momentum and it's mentality. Soccer is in my opinion, a mental game. I mean, I've always thought that it's all about mentality. Great chance by Nico Bobonk.
So 26:45 remaining. Only goal of the game came by Caden Ryan, the sophomore, his second goal of the year. And they lead by a score of 1-0. Give a chance quick before they let this one go. Here's the Colonial League standings right now. Northwestern, Southern Lehigh, Moravian Academy, Palisades, Wilson, Notre Dame, Bangor, and Jim Thorpe look to be the 8 teams that are going to get in. There is a possibility, and I think that's what's going to be, looking at that way. And you guys are sitting there probably against a Wilson team, right?
Yeah.
And, a team that you guys know pretty well.
Yeah, Wilson, they've had like an odd schedule almost. They had a crazy night against us. One of the most fast-paced games I played against.
Great shots.
Oh,
Well
wow.
done. What a goal.
Look at that.
We'll get back to that thought in a second. Grayson George took that pass and went right side and scores.
Yeah, he has an amazing left foot. He finessed it, which wouldn't almost make sense, but what it did was it pushed the ball too far away for the goalie to get his hand out. The curve of the ball put it into the back of the net, right on the side piece then.
Yeah, great ball through. Great shot.
So 24th goal of the year for Grayson George. And they lead by the score, Palisade does, by a score of 2-0. A nice through ball that came in, and I believe that was by Ryan that put it on the foot of George. And, again, you get behind the defense, you have a good foot, you find the angle, and he just let it ride and let it go. And, Luke, you were talking about, Wilson, the type of team they were. You can continue on there.
Yeah, it was super fast-paced. First, the couple seconds of the game, we saw a long shot out. No one would have thought it would have went in, and it just snuck itself in. Even our keeper was a little dazed by it, but we had to fight back from that hole, and it was hard. But we got the goals eventually, and I think they're gonna come out just the same. That was their senior night, and this is a league's game. It's playoffs. We're gonna see that same team again, and we need to show the same level of skill that we did that night.
I agree.
That one taken away for a moment. The possession in the last 3 minutes, and maybe a little bit more than that, 3.5 minutes, have really been in favor of the Pirates as things trying to see if they can get a shot off. And then they pass this one across. Here's a chance with 24:52 on the clock. Good job defensively. And over to George. George has some spots on the far side if he wants to play it that way. He'll play it interior and gets around 2 defenders and still on his feet. He's got a winger if he wants. He'll play that one in front.
Not enough power on that ball, but it was a good idea.
Trying to get that one through. Could not.
Oh, smart tackle.
Unfortunate call. Unfortunate call.
From up
Great
here,
tackle.
It did look good from up here. Lopez came flying across, saw the ball, and went through it. So officials are looking for the advantage. If there's not an advantage call, they're gonna blow that whistle, and that's exactly what they did.
It's always hard for a ref to tell, but I have to admit I don't blame Anderson there for complaining a little bit because it's a good tackle. I mean, but the ref can't see from our angle or his angle, so just gotta take the call and just keep playing.
It's a good ball that was played in. It sits in there, and it goes right into the hands of Bauer with 23:50 remaining.
It's gone far.
Foul given to Palisades.
So if you had to look at the toughest game you've had this year, is it Northwestern or did someone else play you harder?
If I'm being honest, I don't know about you, Luke, but I'd say Southern Lehigh. Southern Lehigh definitely gave us a challenge, and we should have played better. We didn't. They were a great team, but yeah.
Yeah, the first half of the Southern Lehigh game, it was tight, Unfortunately, what happened in the second half, I'm sorry for that. But they were a good team, and we were matching them. And the problem was we were just matching them, and we weren't playing our ball. We weren't controlling. But Southern, the full game, we were giving it our all, and they we could not capitalize. We could not find anything, and that was the hardest because it was the first game to show our flaws.
Yeah, you came out of the gate 3-0, and then you had Southern Lehigh in that fourth game.
Yeah, they're definitely a good team. They are like the 3A school in the Colonial League, so.
22 minutes and change on the clock, and it is 2-0 in favor of Palisades. Goals by Caden Ryan and Grayson George. Ryan's second, Grayson George 24th of the year. And they came about 5 minutes apart to give Palisades the lead after a 0-0 game at the half.
I definitely have to say the momentum has gone in Palisades' way in favor right now. I'm noticing. I feel like the game's kind of connected to last night's game against the girls. I remember getting there, and first 2 minutes of the game. I don't remember. I don't unfortunately remember who it was that scored, but I remember they scored, and I felt like the momentum was immediately on Palisades' side. And the thing with our team is sometimes it takes us a little while to get going.
A brilliant through. Unfortunately, defense got to it.
Dakota Wiseman scored the first goal.
But spilled by the goalkeeper. But to be honest, soccer is, it's a possession game. It's a mentality game, but it's also whoever gets the first goal. And I think we've definitely got the momentum on our side. And I think if we could just keep it, get another goal, game's over.
Oh,
it's foul there.
It's been rough defending from Plumstead Christian. They are really trying to get out of this hole.
Starting to show their frustration.
Sean is coming right back at him, playing clean.
You mentioned Cam. He made a good play there because there was 3-on-2 coming the other way.
Foul there.
And this is where you just want to make sure
card should be given.
Number 23.
Card given to number 23. Pulling the shirt.
That is Aiden Price. Sometimes you have to do it. He really didn't need to. He was at the 50, but it's okay. It happens.
Yeah. So it comes with 20:33 on the clock, and Palisades will get the ball on the restart. Again, if you're just joining us here on PST TV, it's been first half scoreless. 3 huge saves by Henry Smith, maybe 4. For him, it's a highlight reel for sure.
Of course,
those are monster saves. And then in the second half, it was Caden Ryan and Grayson George, and that's where we are now in this game. They'll play this one in. Palisades will.
Good ball
get
through
the defense and a chance to see if they can roll that one in, and the ball sitting
keeper's
there.
off.
Well done. Good goal.
So Blake Ogle, senior night goal.
Number 2, senior night game number 1, or goal number 1. And I'd have to say, he's living up to the nickname Messi.
He's loving it. Number 10.
So that makes it 3-0. It's interesting. You look at these two guys, and Grayson George and Blake Ogalero, both now have 24 goals on the season. It's like imagine it's like if whatever you could do, I could do better. And they keep saying, listen, you score, all right, I'll score right after you.
I'd have to say I've definitely heard it's a competition in between them, but competition's always fun, especially in between your teammates.
Yeah, Grayson saw it out on the wing in the beginning of the season, and Blake was in the striker, but Blake's role was like a false striker. He was more of a diversion, but he still got tons of touches, tons of goal attempts. So they are very evenly matched with the roles they've played. And now being both strikers, they're just going one after each other.
All right, what has changed again after that first goal? Because now, and when you talk about this, if it got down to the 10-minute mark and it was 1-0 different, this game is now, a huge advantage with that third goal, which is big for Palisades. I think you're going to see a lot of loose balls now, for both teams, and see if Plumstead Christian is going to try to push everyone up and try to get one of those goals away. But what has changed in the style of play from Palisades that has given them this advantage and put them up by the score 3-0?
I think Luke can agree with me when I say this. Confidence.
Yeah.
We're a very confident built team. And when we have our confidence and we're working together like we are right now, and we're taking care of the ball, possessing, working together. There's, in my opinion, no one that can beat us. To be honest.
It's true. Millie got us that first goal, and I think like all the nerves kind of faded away a little bit. With now we're more calm and we're more confident, so there's that composure to it. We haven't lost that spirit to fight.
Great ball through to Nico LeBlanc. Sebastian Bowen on the
Sebastian is
Big
through.
chance here.
He's gonna look up
The
top.
extra pass and
Great
the
goal.
Wow.
Grayson
well done by
up.
Palisades.
That was picture perfect the way you set it up. Unselfishness, decided to just pass that one across, and they get the goal.
Wow, it's well done by Palisades. And that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. We get our possession, we work together, we're playing the through balls and everything. Team's undefeated. I mean, there's nothing else that you can really say about that besides just a great goal.
4 up now. I think everything's starting to relax. We're still gonna play all game. We cannot. None of the intensity can really leave, but I think we'll start to see more possession, and we'll start to see some creative plays, some goal opportunities that are more, cleaner in a sense.
Well done by Sean Camp.
You look at Grayson George, type of
Great
player. There's
ball.
another ball that almost got through. Grayson George, how has he improved as a player, even from last year to now? Because here's another chance for him if he stays on side.
Oh, foul there.
Nothing called. Oh yeah, no, nothing was called, right?
Foul
there it
given.
is. Okay, there it is.
Foul given. Advantage played, but still foul. Push in the back, and then
There's a card.
Yeah, very, very, really bad challenge there by number 4. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, the frustration's building. I can totally understand where he's coming from. You're tied 0-0 for the whole first half. It was back to back to back, and now your team's losing 4-0 with 18 minutes left. Frustration's starting to build, but in that situation, you got to keep your head, and he didn't, so it's resulted in that.
All right, back to your thoughts on Grayson and type of player he is, and now 2 goals on the night, and just the way he's been playing.
Yeah, so Grayson, he's an amazing dribbler. That is his key. He's really good on taking 1v1s, but he's also shown the ability to give up the ball to his teammates, to be able to pick up his head, see where they are, dish out the ball. He's an all-around great player. Even in defending, he'll come get the ball, come back, but he's definitely grown with his ability to see his teammates pick up his head, pass the ball.
This one will get dropped, and they will continue. It's 4-0 after the goal by George.
Plumstead Christian switched to. They've put a lot more guys in the middle of the field. I can tell they just want to kind of park the bus, not allow anything else, just see if they can scrape something from nothing. But
yeah, they've added 2 center defense CDMs, and
there's Lopez.
It's going to be harder to find the through balls.
Silly attempt there by Anderson Lopez.
It is.
Guys, you guys mentioned this earlier in the half, and you can hear it now a little bit more. When you are on the field and you hear not only the fans, but you hear the student body and you hear your classmates cheering, how much do you hear it, and how much does it help?
To be honest, it helps a lot. Sometimes some people think that it doesn't help, but in my opinion, there's nothing better than going to a game, having a student section there. They're cheering, they're screaming, they're saying some stuff that maybe they shouldn't be saying, but you know what? That's the great thing about high school soccer is even if you're not friends with people, especially here at Palisades, they come out, they support you, they give you the love, they give you the respect, and there's nothing better than that. And in my opinion, I think I can tell from Luke that it's definitely helped us throughout our 3 seasons starting as players. So
Landon Balls throws that in for Plumstead Christian, and we're under 17 to play in a 4-0 game.
Yeah, Mason Bauer would rather take the 6 kick there. Looking short.
Going short. Smart
to
keep
build
our possession.
Out.
Keep our possession.
They want to pull guys away from that defensive midfield and they found
And
the
that
three
right-
ball.
and
Ball,
that right
here's Bowen.
And that right there is a perfect example of what's killed teams this whole season from us.
Bowen plays that one back. Ogulero has it, makes a move. Now I'll bring it back over to Bowen. He'll try to set up. He's got on a cross. He's got someone just sitting there waiting for him if he wants it, and then we'll try to. And that was close.
Ooh,
I thought he went over the line.
go get given there.
So they'll take that. 16 minutes remaining here in regulation. 4-0 your score. So as you look at your schedule, as we talk about your schedule, you went out of the gate 3-0, and then you lost 3 out of 4.
Yes, sir.
It was Southern Lehigh. You beat Salisbury. You lost Moravian Academy. You lost Northwestern. Since then, it's been all wins and a tie. And you guys talked about the formation change and the confidence level and just you guys playing together. And, so you guys are just kind of in the position where you're at now, excited where you're at. Here's Ogulero, takes a shot, that one wide. That you feel right now as you're entering league play for playoffs, you guys feel that you're playing your best soccer right now?
Yeah, I feel like we definitely grown a lot as a team. I know it's going to be harder with me injured. They're missing some strength and chemistry on that right wing, but they're not really missing that much because Cade is a really good. Cade's a really good
It's
player.
hard to say his name.
Cade's a really good player.
You're
Lucas
Pat Rooney?
Carson-
Yeah. We've always struggled with saying his last name.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to say it a couple times.
In fact, here he is with the ball. Can we get it across?
Finds it.
And get a corner kick here.
Yeah,
Little
what
Palisades.
Palisades is looking to do, they're looking to hold up the play up top so we can find that possession. And I bet you that's something Coach Blake talked about in the beginning of the half because I've seen that a lot in the second half. You can tell when they're going to throw in, on these corner kicks and stuff, they're playing calm. And now that we're up, they're gonna play more calm.
We have a word. We have a word that we always use. Lacombe ball is what we call it here at Palisades with the boys.
14-20. They'll get another corner kick from the far side of the field, up 4-0.
Might be looking to go Blake Ogulero front post. Is he open?
Too far. The corner kicks have
corner.
been really tight to the goal this year. They don't swing too far out into the 18 or towards like the top of the box.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
previous seasons, we've struggled with that, and I think we've definitely improved a lot.
Beautiful night tonight. Moon's out. Supposed to get cool tomorrow night. It's getting cool tonight, but it's supposed to get a little freeze warning tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
Start saying when you start hearing temperatures in the 30s and whatever, you're like, whoa, okay, we arrived to the fall. Here we go. But as far as the season's concerned,
no, not the video camera.
Yeah.
Oh no.
As far as the season's been going, like we talked about this a little bit, is the weather has been really, really great. For the most part here of the fall season, and I think in soccer, and I said this to Coach Ryan, the same thing is, you put your kids in position to play, and earlier today, right when we were down there on the field, it was pretty windy out there, but as accustomed to, here's Bowen. Bowen can take a shot right here if he wants it. One more slot, and now he's going to take a shot. That one goes wider than
put
net.
it in the net, lad. Put it in the net.
He's got 8 goals and 8 assists.
Oh,
Wow, he had a big chance
Almost.
there. What? That one goes wide. But I said, what about the wind? And he said, usually when the sun goes down, the wind kind of goes down too. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's what we saw that tonight as well.
I think about our field actually is in the summertime. It feels like when you're off the field and you're walking around, it's like 80 degrees, and then as soon as you get on the field, it feels like it's 100 degrees. And I remember in my sophomore and junior year, I'd like sneak onto the field in the wintertime and play soccer, and it always felt 10 times colder, 10 times more windy, 10 times worse than it normally is. It's a little weird at our field, but home advantage. So
That's it. 12 minutes remaining in regulation. Plumstead Christian will have 2 games left in their regular season after this one, and Palisades will just get ready for the Colonial League tournament, which will get underway, I believe, Monday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not positive on that. Keep getting that schedule changed. I think it's Monday, Thursday, Saturday, but
Monday, Thursday, Saturday. Okay.
I think that's what it is. I'm not. Don't hold me to that yet.
we won't hold you to
I
that.
think
I try to get these things in my head, and then sometimes I forget which sport I'm looking at because I got the volleyball schedule today. That starts Saturday. I'm like all over the place with with these different schedules. So
Yeah.
but Saturday, I do know, unless they made any changes, the boys will play first in the championship. But as you look at the games and the matchups again, they'll be coming out, soon. You'll get them out, by the end of the week. You should know who's playing who. But I think if you look at the standings the way it is, I'm pretty sure they're almost set. If not, they should be set by now. I know there was a loose game here or there today that may change something, but I think for the most part, everyone's in position on who's going to play who. I'll talk about that in a second. Again, if it changes, is different. Looks like Northwestern will play Jim Thorpe. Southern Lehigh will play Bangor. Moravian Academy will play Notre Dame, and Palisades will play Wilson.
Yeah. Some good games there. Notre Dame versus Moravian. Two pretty solid teams. I mean, we had our struggles against Notre Dame Green Pond. Me personally, I think Luke could probably agree with me. Could have done better that game, but we got the result that we got. So some pretty good matchups, yeah.
Home field advantage is it's a big thing, especially with the grass fields. We saw that with Wilson. We saw it with
Nice
Notre
feed.
Dame.
Hold off. Here's a chance here, and then that one goes wide. So a couple of golden chances. Man, can't get it. Aguilera with a nice pass across. Go ahead, Luke.
I was just saying, I think Wilson, honestly, they had a good fighting chance against us because of their home field advantage. Yep. They were able to play their style of ball that they wanted, but we did adapt. And I think Notre Dame Green Pond as well. It's going to be hard for those two teams to play on turf for leagues, depending on how wide the turf is. But usually, it's going to be different for them, and it might be possibly go in favor for the other team if they have turf as their home field.
I believe for right now, as I talked to Coach Reinert about it, the places that are open for us to play right now are Jim Thorpe, Salisbury, and
Northern Lehigh?
Possibly Northern Lehigh, I think, because I believe Catasauqua was being used, and I think and I believe our turf is being used by possibly Northwestern and Jim Thorpe, I believe. I think that's possibly, or it may be a home game for Northwestern.
Play this one across.
Oh, swing and miss.
Those are all the danger ones when they just sit in there. Yeah, they swing and miss, but at the same time, when the ball just lays there, anybody could take it.
Yeah.
That'll be a shot here. That one's going to go wide.
Could have taken a touch there, but, take what you get.
8:45 on the clock. A very much different game in the second half than it is the first half.
Dramatically different.
Once the goal came by Caden, it kind of just changed the dynamics of the game as the offense kind of really opened up for Palisades.
Yeah. And like I said, it's just a momentum thing, and for us, sometimes it tends to take a little longer than it should. Other times it's like, sometimes, it just doesn't go our way. And I think Northwestern and Southern Lehigh are both examples of that. Southern Lehigh, we're tied 1-1, kind of lost our momentum. Next thing we know, it's 5-1. Northwestern going in the half, they were winning 3-2. We had it close. And it kind of just fell apart. And it doesn't, in my opinion, you can never really blame a player for a loss or anything, because at the end of the day, it's a team. It's a team thing. So I think that it was a momentum thing for those kinds of games. But this is kind of the game that's like a perfect example where it's like, you're going head to head, senior night, stress on both teams, both want to win, and I think today has been a great game.
And George is senior scoring, Aguilera's senior scoring.
I wish I could have seen Luke score today. That would have been
Yeah, I'm going to say Luke's scoring up here, though. He's doing pretty well.
Oh, yeah, Luke.
Cade with
the
shot.
shot. I hit the crossbar. And George has it, and George will slip it in.
George will take it.
So you know a lot about the crossbar, Ian, don't you?
Oh, Luke, don't start me with that.
No, it was a good shot. Good put away.
Oh, why you're giving me flashbacks to last season, Luke? I thundered the ball off the – Did you know that went in? That goal. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that goal, and I had the volley at striker. Yeah, that went in. They didn't call it, though.
Yeah, Grayson He definitely like that off the crossbar to him.
Oh, now you guys think you're in the stands. 7 minutes, 5 seconds. So it hits the crossbar in the shot, and then George there for his hat trick and gets his 26th goal of the season.
Oh, there's Riley Alkus on the commentary. Well done, Riley. Oh, speaking of which, shout out to Coach Alkus and Riley Alkus' daughter for coming to all of our home games and even some of our away games, by the way. Shout out to them.
Coach Alkus, first year coach for the soccer team. He played in high school. He's not, like a soccer guy, but he clearly loves the sport and has a lot of passion for us. And he knows how to coach. And it's just been a great time with having him around.
I always talk, when we talked about it before, but when you have your coaches and you're listening to them and you're understanding where they're coming from, it makes the season, it makes the team, it makes the camaraderie, everything's so much different than when you're sitting there and you're like, all right, sometimes it's hard to say you don't get along with your coach or whatever it is. It's hard because they are the ones in charge. They are no matter what a player thinks, they are trying their best to put you in the best opportunity, and that's what makes everyone successful.
Yeah, and speaking of which, then shout out to all of our coaches because they've definitely helped us just to become the team we are now. I was excited coming in this year to be able to get coached by them because last year was a lot more enjoyable than my sophomore year. So,
Ooh,
good challenge there by
Good try
Plumstead
by
Christian.
I think today it's Sean's turn to put a goal away.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see Mason, dribble up the field. He's good with his feet. He could do it.
He did play striker back in the olden days.
Guys, we can bring you guys down there if you want. Just take a shot. They let you start the game, and maybe
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I did talk to my coach. I said if there's a penalty,
for PK, bring it in.
Me and Luke will do rock paper scissors. See who wins it. Yeah. Ball taking short.
That
To
would be
Nico
something.
LeBlanc. Ball back to Caden Miller. Ball
Sweet.
across to Sean Camp.
Yeah.
On the shot. Taking it wide. Taking another shot. Wide. Unfortunate there.
So just so I have it, you guys keep saying Caden Miller, and I'm saying Caden Ryan.
Yeah. Caden, his middle name's Miller. We call him Millie.
All right, just making sure that I have it right each time.
I don't like calling him by Ryan. I like calling him Miller.
Caden Miller, yeah.
I've always called him Miller.
He's a good kid. Definitely one of my favorite sophomores on the team.
Whoa! Don't put that on the air, Luke. They'll watch this.
Man?
They'll watch this.
It's okay.
They'll hear the favorites.
5 minutes
If
on
we're
the
doing-
clock.
On that topic, if we're doing favorites,
Oh, here we go.
I'll go with. That's actually a hard pick.
Favorite
Good shot
sophomore.
taken.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go with a sophomore, I gotta go with Anderson Lopez.
yeah,
Great kid,
dude,
funny.
they're all great kids. Share classes with a lot of them.
Oh yeah. Great
Yeah.
players.
None of them really show any bad qualities. They're all great to have around. Amazing soccer players too. The program's looking great for like the next 2-3 years.
Corner kick on the far side.
Ball cross.
Not there.
Ball came across. I believe that's Antonio DeVito. Is that his name? Is that his name? I think that's
Maybe.
his last name.
Yeah, DeVito.
Yeah.
Antonio, he's got a lot of potential, a lot of
He's a good
talent
player.
that he can find as he plays high school soccer.
He's a great player, and actually, I was gonna hit on that. A lot of our freshmen coming up, a lot of great players, great potential. I think they'll carry on the Palisades legacy. I mean, we're gonna have a young team, but thankfully we'll have Riley Andrews coming back senior year to help lead the team. I mean, might be without a goalkeeper, but I think we got some real talent on their team, and I think that to help lead us to win games.
Yeah, and it's year in, year out, right? You graduate seniors all the time, and you got to just kind of restock it and see what you get, and you get the highs and your lows. Right now, you are in a position where you're sitting here about to get your 8th win in a row, about to go into the playoffs. with a 10-0-1 mark in the last 11 games. So you're on a high right now, and you worry about this season. Next season comes after you win a championship or after you
Yeah.
win, whatever it comes, and you get those accolades as you go, as a team, as as players, and you bring those lasting moments as seniors together.
Yeah, and I think that's probably, even though it's sad that Luke and I haven't gotten to play, it's meant a lot to us to be able to still be there with our friends, go to practices and the games and have warm-ups and everything, and it's special. And I think we have a really special group here at Palisades, and I think that's what makes us so good, is because we've just got this respect and this love for each other, and it really helps us.
Yeah, we don't have a really big school at Palisades. It's just like 100-ish kids per class, and it's like a family here. We all like brothers, and we say family on three when we close out practices, and that's really how we act. We're always there to pick up each other, and
Ball through to Blake Ogalero. Great
There
ball
it
by
is.
Caden Miller. He's on.
he's
Aguilera.
Foul might be given there.
Yeah.
unlucky.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Blake's a tall kid. He likes to do this.
He probably didn't have to do that,
No.
but he just give him
No.
the extra nudge, and you're not going to get it. But it was, he
Yeah.
was trying to play through on that one, so he didn't get called on that, regardless.
Yeah. Great. Blake's a great player. Sometimes he does some questionable acts, but we love him still.
So final. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of which, he's got a game Friday night against
Notre Dame
Green Pond, K1.
Kicker one. There he goes. He loves Skittles.
Yes, every game he goes to.
Actually, he won some Skittles up here before he started the game last night.
Oh,
course he
really?
did.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get some Skittles for
Yeah,
his
maybe.
performance today.
I might think about it, Luke. We'll maybe give him a bag or two.
Nice
Ball
good
through to
ball.
Adam Shannon.
Adam. Oh, and he just can't get to it.
I'm thinking about it now. I called him Adam Schaffer, like the guy on ESPN earlier.
Oh, Schefter.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know.
All right, guys, give me your final thoughts on this one. We got about 45 ticks on the clock. Ian, start with you.
I mean, great game, senior night, it's high stress, but to be honest, I think our boys came out here tonight, and even though we struggled a little bit in the first half, we found our legs, and, we dominated the game. And, I think going into playoffs and whatnot, we're ready. And I think I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but, we might get close to something this year,
Kind of Phi with a nice pass up front. Here's Camp. Camp wants to try to score here with 15 seconds left. He's trying everything he can to get a shot on goal if he can attempt to get it.
Oh, my gosh. Go, Sean.
Shoot.
There's 8 seconds
Take the
on
ball.
the clock.
Give it back. Give it back. Go middle, Sean.
They're
What
going
a
to take a shot
strike
here.
taken.
And the horn's going to sound. Luke, your final thoughts.
Yeah, I think the second half of the game went great. I'm not going to lie. I think they subbed out Plumstead Christian. They subbed out their goalie a little too early. Maybe 1 or 2 goals on him. He's not that bad. He had a great performance, but we definitely calmed down. We had that composure. We put some goals together, showed some brilliance with the through balls. We controlled their defense. Even when they were adding the center defensive midfielders in there, we were able to find the through balls, and we put it away 5-0 for an amazing senior night.
Guys, great job in the booth. Hope you enjoyed it, and best of luck in the playoffs coming up. 5-0 your final score. That'll do it for tonight. For Ian Horvath, Luke Garano, for Brian Gilbert, everyone here at PSD TV. Palisades wins it by the score of 5-0. They head into the postseason on an 8-game winning streak. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.